Reproduction in Humans Part 2. Menstruation. The menstrual cycle. It is a regular monthly cycle of menstruation and ovulation which has a cycle of about 28 days. Menstruation is a monthly periodic discharge of broken uterus lining, dead cells and blood from the uterus through the vagina. It occurs only if the ovum released is not being fertilized by the sperm. From day 1 to day 5. Menstruation, which marks the beginning of the menstrual cycle and lasts about 3 to 7 days. From day 6 to day 13, the uterine lining repairs itself. Day 14. Ovulation. The release of an ovum from either ovaries to the fallopian tube. Inside the ovary an egg ripens. Mature egg in the fallopian tube is ready to be fertilized. The egg then moves towards uterus and uterus lining is full of blood vessels, ready to receive the egg if it is fertilized. Ovum stays alive for 24 hours. From day 11 to day 17. This is the fertile period. Possible for fertilization. From day 22 to day 25. The uterus lining thickens with many blood vessels to prepare for the growth of a baby. Even if fertilization doesn't occur, the uterus lining will continue to thicken to prepare for possible implantation. On day 28. Estrogen and progesterone levels plunges. The uterine lining can no longer be maintained and starts to shed the next day. The cycle then repeats. Now we will take a look at the level of estrogen and progesterone during menstrual cycle. From day 1 to 5 there are low levels of estrogen and progesterone. On day 6 to day 13 there is an increasing level of estrogen to stimulate repair of uterine lining. On day 13, estrogen level peaks which cause ovulation on day 14. On day 14, estrogen level plunges. From day 15 to day 25, the level of progesterone increase in order to stimulate maintenance of thick uterine lining and vascularization, the growth of blood vessels in uterine lining. From day 22 to 25, the estrogen and progesterone level peaks, uterine lining will be at its thickest and ready for possible implantation. From day 25 to 28, if there is no implantation, estrogen and progesterone level decreases. Uterine lining will not be maintained and menstrual cycle repeats. If there is implantation, the level of estrogen and progesterone will be maintained at high levels. Why fertile period lasts 8 days but ovulation lasts for a day only? Fertile period is from day 11 to 17. Sperms deposited on day 11, 12, or 13 can survive up to 3 days to fuse with matured ovum released on day 14. Ovum released on day 14 can remain viable for up to 24 to 36 hours, allowing fertilization to occur even when sperms were deposited on day 14, 15, or 16. The release of ovum may sometimes be later by 1 day, extending fertile period to day 17. Fertilization. What is fertilization? It occurs when the nuclei of a sperm and an ovum fuse together to form a zygote. Fertilized ovum is called zygote. Although up to 500 million sperms are deposited into the female body each time, most are killed instantly. Only 100 will be able to reach the ovum and only 1 will fuse with the ovum. Fertilization takes place in the fallopian tube. Let's take a look at how the embryo develops. The embryo attaches itself to the thickened lining of the uterus and continue to divide, gradually forming a small human being. The fetus is connected to the placenta via the umbilical cord. Fetus gradually develops into a baby. The baby is ready to be born about 9 months after fertilization occurred. What is placenta? Placenta acts as a barrier to filter out many substances which could harm the fetus. Oxygen, water, glucose, amino acids, vitamins, and minerals are transferred from the mother to the fetus. It allows antibodies to be transferred to the fetus to provide immunity against diseases. Urea, carbon dioxide, and other waste materials are transferred from the fetus to the mother for excretion. Now let us recap what we have learned today. Thank you for the effort to learn with me. Good job. That is all for today. Stay tuned for more interesting lessons from me. See you next time. Bye-bye.